Hi there, crafty people! Today I stepped away from holiday card making to create a wall hanging for a little boy's birthday. You can also hang it onto the large gift bag just as you would do with a normal tag, but I will show you that at the end of the video. Now let's get started with a step-by-step tutorial. I'm going to use a die set that is called All Stars as a base for my project. This one is by Gummiapan Die. I've die cut all three shapes out of orange cardstock, and you can see the beautiful tattered edges that is created by the die. I am also going to die cut the same three shapes out of Neenah Desert Storm cardstock, but before I do that, I'm going to apply some washi tape randomly all across the cardstock. That is going to create some background pattern. Now I'm placing the dies on top of the pieces of cardstock, taping them down and running them through the die cutting machine. If you're interested in the tools and products I'm using, I will have them listed on my blog and in the description. Then I'm going to use some letters and numbers from Stencil Alphabet die set. This one is by Holtz. I'm going to use number 3 on the smallest of the stars. I'm just placing it on a die and taping it down. And I'm going to spell the happy birthday to you on a mid-size star. What I absolutely love about this set is that it creates no holes that you have to put back into the project later. Next I'm going to use ground Espresso Distress ink to go all over the edges of the stars. I'm just applying the ink with the sponge applicator. The washi tape is going to resist the ink, and that will add even more interest to the background. You can see that I've die cut all three stars again out of dark brown cardstock, and now I'm going to use some liquid glue to attach the craft stars to the dark brown ones. I'm also twisting a top layer a little bit to create a kind of a border. The dark cardstock will also make the numbers and letters stand out more. For my focal image I'm going to use this die, also by Gummiapan, and it's called Origami TRex. I'm applying some liquid glue at the wrong side, and then I'm going to attach it to a piece of an old book page. This should create an impression that it was actually made of a book page using the origami technique. So now I'm using the scissors to go all around the outline of the T-Rex, and you can also use a craft knife for this. To complete the scene, I have also decided to use this die by Poppy Stamps. It is meant to create a snow-capped mountain, but if you use some orange instead of white, it can also be a very nice volcano. I'm using a piece of washi tape at the wrong side to attach an orange piece to the brown one. Then I'm going to attach all three stars to a piece of jute ribbon. I'm using a little bit of hot glue to create a loop at the top, and then I'm going to attach all the stars one by one. I'm attaching a thin strip of double-sided tape at the wrong side of each star, and then I'm going to simply press it onto the jute ribbon. I'm starting with the smallest star, then placing the largest one, and then the remaining one. When I'm done, I'm going to trim off the end of the ribbon. I'm going to use orange stars as backing just to hide the ribbon at the wrong side. I'm using liquid glue, but any type of adhesive will do for this. And this is how simple it is to assemble this project. Now I'm going to create a little scene using the T-Rex and Volcano images. I'm simply attaching both of them to the largest of the stars with the foam squares. Now, looking at the project, I decided that I also should add some suggestion of a ground below the dinosaur. So I'm using this leftover strip of patterned paper. I'm tearing off the edges to create a little bit more of an interesting texture. I have also decided to add a couple of stickers. They are from Dino and Friends collection by Eco Park. This is quite an old collection, but some pieces are still available. To finish off the project, I decided to add even more texture to it. So I'm going to use liquid pearls. The color is copper. Instead of creating droplets with it, I'm dragging the tip along the project, and this way I create a kind of a dotted line. I'm making several parallel lines, then I'm turning the project to make several more lines in a different direction. I keep turning the project and adding more lines until I have all the surface covered. And this is how it fits on top of a large craft gift bag. And of course, after the party is over, it can be used as a wall hanging. So that was the project for today. I really hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day and come back soon for the next tutorial.